Morning, everyone. Before I begin my speech, let me share this fascinating story with you. Many years ago, if my memory serves me right, I was 13 years old, the year 1972. I emanate from poverty-stricken family, complete with an irresponsible father and downtrodden mother. It was in the middle of winter. I had a short trouser, no underwear. I had a shirt, no vest. I was walking barefoot until I saw a man with no feet. Then he took me. That sight really changed my life strategy. I then asked myself a question. I'm crying, I don't have shoes. Here's a man, he doesn't have feet. Then let me think something. Let me turn around and shape my own future. What I did, I had to apply my mind accordingly. Then look for a job as a gardener. Well, before I dwell into my garden activities, let me thank everybody, starting with the Master of Ceremony, dignitarians, my respected elders, our important guests and graduates, and ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you here as a humble servant, as a sole director of the Bakubu Business School. In making this appeal, I'm motivated by the love of education, which is known to everyone as precious. Mr. Motheo was one of my customers. I used to be a banker before. I was a business manager. My employer was First National Bank. I worked in the bank for many years. My former area manager, namely Dalise, a woman of consummate intelligence, she once said, Joe, you are not fit and proper to be a banker. You must be an author of books or a lecturer. Your command of English is beyond measure. Unquote. She was not far from the truth. The previous year, after proper and serious consideration and consultation with my wife, I decided to take early retirement from the bank in order to put more energy into my business school, which is in the process of being accredited by both SITA and Umalusi. The purpose of my business school, it is to offer generic management, in other words, subjects such as introduction to accounting, introduction to economics, principles of law, English 104, which is communication, business management, human resources, which entails emotional intelligence. Let me take a step back just to give a little bit of my life story. As the Holy Bible states, a garden preceded gardeners. My first job, I worked as a gardener. I then bought myself books to study. In my next job, I work as a laborer, loading and offloading trucks. I secured my matric certificate at the age of 27. I was then promoted within the Medcash group as an import and export clerk. I befriended one of my friends. He was a managing director of Pro Freight, Mr. David Ralph. He then introduced me to the South African police. I underwent military within the country. It was compulsory on the white community, but not Africans, it was optional. But the metro management gave me a go-ahead to pursue my military discipline because I wanted to instill discipline in myself. And because self-discipline, it cannot be bought, it comes from within. Same applies to motivation. In MBA Jargon, MBA Jargon, they normally go the other way when they describe motivation. Motivation, according to graduates, is an elusive animal every human being wants to capture. Then I wish an our graduate will capture the same animal. As I'm speaking to you, I'm a graduate of UNISA, where I majored in credit management and minored in strategic management. In addition to that, I hold a designation through the Institute of Bankers, CIBSA. CIBSA stands for Certified Associate of the Institute of Bankers in Southern Africa. It's a higher diploma within the banking industry. Then the purpose of Bakumu Business School, broadly speaking, English is not the first language of most of us, and therefore has tended to have a constraining effect on conversation. Many entrepreneurs struggle with the language. They can hardly think on their feet in it, let alone depress apparatus such as satire and humor to influence the customer to do more purchases. At the Bakumu Business School, we will encourage the students to improve upon their communication, leadership, and entrepreneurial skills. Our business school will grow at a rapid pace. Our area of contention is to encourage students to widen their network beyond their school. My respected elders, ladies and gentlemen, effective students are not born, they are developed. When I'm left with only a few minutes, let me shift my focus and address our graduates. On many occasions, graduates they tend to assume that an achievement of a diploma or a certificate is an end itself, whereas it's the beginning of intellectual voyage. The learning curve never stops. In the words of Lawrence Stern, I quote, "The desire for knowledge, like thirst of riches, increases ever with the acquisition of it," unquote. Graduates, please instill self-discipline in yourself. Self-discipline leads to success. It is the bridge that takes us safely over the wild river of life, from our dreams on the bank to success. The lack of self-discipline is a major cause of failure, frustration, underachievement, and unhappiness in our lives. It causes us to make us excuses and tell ourselves that everything is impossible. That self-discipline is the key to personal greatness. It is the magic quality that opens all doors for you and makes everything else possible. With self-discipline, the average person can rise as far and as fast as his or her talents and intelligence can take him or her. But without self-discipline, a person with every blessing of background, education, and opportunity will seldom rise above mediocrity. The one sociologist, Dr. Edward Benfield of Harvard University once said, I quote, "The most important single attribute of people who achieve great success in life, it is time, because of time perspective." According to Dr. Benfield, he defines time perspective as the amount of time an individual takes into consideration when determining his or her present actions. In other words, the most successful people are long-term thinkers. Let me, before I finalize, let me tell you, my biological father kicked the bucket in the year 1998. In other words, he died in sleep. My mother, she's still alive. She's 84 years. Well, as I'm speaking to you, I'm 58 years. Recollection of my father's death. During his memorial service, when I fell past his coffin, a thought crossed my mind: blood is thicker than water. Please listen attentively. When water flows, trees and plants grow well. But when blood flows, graduates and heroes are born. I thank you.